Hello, good people of YouTube. Thanks for coming back to my channel. I appreciate you watching. Today, Conor McGregor was on ESPN's Sportscenter Sunday Conversation with Kenny Mayne, and he was basically giving his side of the story of what went down and why he was pulled from UFC 200. First off, he was very respectful, saying to Dana White and the way he said Mr. Fertitta.
Dana and Mr. Fertitta.
Usually he's talking about Frank and Lorenzo and they're backstage popping champagne bottles. I noticed he said Mr. Fertitta, so he was very, very respectful in that manner. There was at one point when he did say that he felt like he should have just went and did the press conference. I think he knows that it would have just made life easier than to push back, because the company is going to win in the end anyways, and I think he's just now realizing that. But he said in the end he had to do what was right for him and what was best for him. What's best for him, I guess, was to take some time off, because he did seem a little burnt out. He did a lot of press for them, especially in the Jose Aldo fight. Jose Aldo doesn't even speak English, so Conor McGregor really had to go on a world tour somewhat by himself and sell this fight. And he was all over the world, didn't get any rest, and then jumped straight into the Ultimate Fighter, which he was very clear that he really didn't want to do, but he did it for the UFC. He has done a lot for the UFC. He has made them a lot of money, but at the same time, they are paying him a lot of money. Pretty much all of the fighters don't get a fraction of what he gets paid. So at the same time, you have to take on a bigger workload if you expect to get these $10 and $15 million paydays. So I could see both sides, but he was adamant that he will fight again in the UFC. He even stated that he's in the middle of a $100 million contract. If he's under contract, they're not going to let him go anywhere else. He's not going to go anywhere else. He's under contract. He's locked down. And this whole noise about him fighting Floyd Mayweather, obviously, like I said, he's under contract. He can't fight Floyd Mayweather. If he's making $100 million, or he has a $100 million contract, Mayweather Promotions is supposedly offering him $7 million to fight. It doesn't make sense, Why would he want to fight for $7 million when he can easily just take a fight in the UFC and make that, if not more? It all seems like it was just started as a kind of a playful thing between him and Floyd, and then it just blew out of proportion, because he even said, I don't care about what the rules are. MMA versus boxing, they haven't even really talked about something serious as far as what kind of fight it would be. So it's all just kind of make-believe. One thing I will say, that he did say that Floyd needs him more than he needs Floyd. I kind of think it's true, because if you think about Floyd coming back to fight, who would you want to see him fight? Because at this point, I don't care less who he fight. After the Pacquiao fight, I really don't care to see him fight anymore. There's nobody I'd want to see him fight. But to be honest, if he fought McGregor, whether it be a boxing match or whatever, more than likely it would be a boxing match, I'd watch it. Just for the spectacle of it. Why not? What else do I gotta do? So I do think they would make a lot of money, and I do think a bunch of people would pay for it. But it's kind of one of those fantasy matchup things, and that I really don't foresee it ever happening. I do think McGregor going on SportsCenter, doing the conversation with Kenny Mayne was a good deal. Move in the right direction for publicly healing the relationship between McGregor and the UFC. I think it's also promotion has already started for his next fight. People tuning in to see the highlights of the Miami Heat game from last night, they'll see McGregor on there and go, oh, what's this guy talking about? And then they'll know his name. They'll want to see him fight again. So a lot of casual fans that watch other sports, watch SportsCenter, and when they catch a load of McGregor, they might get interested in him. So I believe that it was a good thing all around that he went on there, heal the relationships between him and the UFC, and already drumming up interest for his next fight, whoever that may be, whether it's Nate Diaz or somebody else. So I think it was a good thing. So let's hopefully all this drama will get patched up. He'll get a fight schedule soon. It's looking like they're eyeballing UFC 202 August sometime. So let's hopefully something gets scheduled and we'll see McGregor back in the octagon soon. As always, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. If you know anybody that might like this video, please share it with them. And thank you for watching, and until the next video.